Under a cosmos of unyielding stars, Captain James's heart pounded with defiant fury. The Defiant sailed through a void haunted by the relentless echoes of tyranny, each scarred hull whispering the cost of freedom. Amid memories of loss and betrayal, every pulse of his resolve ignited sparks of rebellion. In this realm of neon-lit ruins and icy despair, the oppressive regime's shadow loomed large, its iron grip a threat he was determined to shatter, no matter the cost. The warship Defiant glided through the endless black, its metallic body etched with the battle scars of countless skirmishes. Each dent and burn mark was a silent testament to humanity's long struggle against the oppressive might of the Crimson and Nova judges. On the bridge, Captain James stood amidst a haze of soft blue luminescence emanating from the holographic star maps. His eyes, dark and intense, swept over the vast canvas of space, a mosaic of distant nebulae, ghostly remnants of forgotten worlds, and perilous cosmic storms. The hum of the engine reverberated through his bones, a constant reminder of the perilous journey ahead. Every surface, every shadow aboard the ship, whispered secrets of past sacrifices. The low murmur of the ship's systems blended with the quiet intensity of the crew as they manned their stations, each aware that the oppressive regime lurked in the periphery of their every move. Memories of loss, of friends, of family, and of entire colonies swallowed by the relentless march of tyranny, fueled James's determination. He recalled the day when the regime's merciless hand struck without warning, leaving him with both scars and an unyielding resolve to fight back. Outside, the cosmos revealed a stark beauty. Neon-lit orbital cities shimmered like mirages against the icy backdrop of desolate planets, and abandoned spaceports echoed with the faint whispers of hope long buried. Yet beneath this surreal splendor lay an undercurrent of despair, a reminder that in every glimmer of light, darkness was never far behind. As Captain James adjusted the controls, the taste of cold metal and recycled air filled his senses, each breath a defiant act against the suffocating grip of fate. In that moment, as the Defiant pierced deeper into uncharted territory, every heartbeat was a promise to honor those lost, to challenge the regime at every turn, and to kindle the flame of freedom amidst the crushing weight of tyranny. Deep within the humming corridors of the Defiant, the strategy room pulsed with a cool blue glow that danced across polished metal walls. At the heart of this sanctum, a circular table bore the weight of destiny, its surface littered with holographic maps and flickering data streams. The room, filled with the soft murmur of the ship's life systems, seemed to hold its breath as Captain James strode in. His presence, marked by quiet determination and the unspoken grief of past losses, set the tone for the gathering. Every crew member, scarred by personal tragedies yet burning with defiant hope, sat in anticipation, the promise of rebellion electrifying the air. Today, Captain James began, his voice resonating like a clarion call. We stand as the spark that will ignite the darkness choking our galaxy. We are not just survivors, we are the rebels who will reclaim our future. His eyes, fierce with both sorrow and resolve, scanned the room, anchoring his comrades with a palpable intensity. The weight of his words pressed on each heart, turning private grief into collective purpose. John, the sharp-witted strategist with eyes that missed nothing, leaned forward. His fingers danced over a holographic interface, aligning tactical overlays and enemy trajectories. The regime under Judge Walker has crafted a tyranny built on fear and silence, he said in a measured tone, each word slicing through the room's tension. But we have the ingenuity, the courage, and the will to disrupt their calculated order. Every maneuver we plan is a strike for every soul they've silenced. Across the table, David, the fearless pilot, allowed a brief, defiant smile to surface. His voice, roughened by countless close calls with death, carried the thrill of impending battle. I've flown through storms that would freeze lesser men to the core, he remarked, his gaze fixed on the projection of enemy patrol routes. When we break their line, every burst of laser fire will echo our freedom, every evasive twist in the void a testament to our refusal to be caged. Ambassador, The quiet yet incisive diplomat offered a soft nod. In his measured tone, he spoke of fragile alliances and the promise of unity. Our strength lies not just in our numbers, but in our ability to inspire trust among those who have long suffered in silence. Every word we share, every promise of liberation, builds the bridge from despair to hope. Let our defiance be the beacon that gathers the scattered and the forgotten. His words, calm and persuasive, soothed the lingering doubts, rekindling a shared belief in a better future. William, the tactical officer whose precise calculations had repeatedly turned the tide of battle, interjected with a cool confidence. His eyes flickered over a series of shifting digital maps. "I've pinpointed the vulnerabilities in their patrol matrix," he explained, tapping on a series of virtual nodes that illuminated potential escape routes and ambush points. "The window for our maneuver is narrow, but with precision and unity, we can exploit it to our advantage. Our every move will be a calculated strike against the heart of their oppression." The room fell into a momentary silence as the weight of the mission crystallized. The holographic maps swirled with ghostly images of enemy fleets and uncharted territories, each projection a reminder of the peril and promise that lay ahead. Captain James's gaze softened as he surveyed his crew, the embodiment of resilience and hope in a universe marred by cruelty. The scars they carried, both visible and hidden, were badges of honor that testified to the price of freedom. As the discussion deepened, plans were meticulously crafted and risks boldly acknowledged. Every detail was laid bare: the timing of evasive maneuvers, the synchronization of attacks, and the potential alliances with other rebel cells scattered across the stars. In that moment, the Defiant was transformed from a mere vessel into the crucible of revolution, a place where despair was transmuted into raw, unbridled determination. The sparks of rebellion lit within each heart as the crew prepared to embark on a mission that might change the course of history. The strategy room, once a quiet chamber of metal and light, now resonated with the unified pulse of defiance. It was in that charged atmosphere, where every plan was a promise, and every whispered hope a declaration, that the true power of rebellion was kindled. A sudden burst of static shattered the routine hum of the command center, jolting every crew member to attention. Amid the familiar glow of holographic star maps and streaming data, an encrypted distress signal emerged, its digital heartbeat pulsing with the promise of forbidden technology. The message, hidden deep within the white noise, hinted at an ancient device capable of overturning the regime's stranglehold. The room fell silent for a heartbeat, then buzzed with electrified anticipation as every eye fixated on the flickering code. Captain James stepped forward, his voice steady and resolute. "This is our chance," he declared, his gaze unwavering as it swept over his loyal crew. "We must retrieve this device, not just for us but for every soul crushed beneath Judge Walker's iron grip." His words rippled through the room, igniting an urgency that was palpable in every whispered exhale and measured nod. Jan, the strategist with an innate sense for peril, quickly took charge of the technical details. Fingers dancing over a holographic interface, he layered tactical overlays atop the star maps, pinpointing enemy patrol routes and cosmic anomalies lurking in the signal's path. "The route is fraught with danger," he cautioned, his tone a mixture of excitement and concern. "We're looking at multiple enemy checkpoints, gravitational traps, and volatile sectors where even the laws of physics seem to twist against us." His voice, calm yet charged with urgency, was a clarion call to the crew's collective resolve. Around him, the command center transformed into a theater of strategic warfare. David's eyes glittered with determination as he recalibrated flight trajectories on his console, his hands steady despite the stakes. "I've run simulations. If we time our approach perfectly, we can slip past their defenses like ghosts in the void," he announced. The promise of a flawless maneuver hung in the air, tempered only by the inherent risks of navigating treacherous space. William's analytical mind contributed next, overlaying the tactical schematics with precise escape vectors and ambush points. "Our window is narrow," he explained, tracing a thin line on the digital map with a practice swipe. One wrong move, and we'll be trapped in a vortex of enemy fire. But if we synchronize our attack with the ebb of their patrols, our odds improve exponentially. His calculated certainty offered a beacon of hope in an otherwise perilous plan. Ambassador, always the voice of measured diplomacy even in the throes of rebellion, interjected softly. Remember, our objective is twofold, he reminded the group. We not only secure the device but also ensure that the alliances we forge today resonate across the scattered rebel cells. This isn't just about us. It's about igniting a movement that transcends our individual struggles. His words lent a moral clarity to the unfolding mission, intertwining the tactical with the ideological. As plans coalesced, the Defiant's vast command center buzzed with coordinated energy. Holographic schematics of enemy fleets and unstable space sectors shimmered before them, each pixel a piece of a larger, dangerous puzzle. The encrypted distress signal was no longer a mere transmission. It had become the keystone of their resistance, a tangible beacon of hope that could dismantle the oppressive regime. The atmosphere was electric with possibility, yet fraught with the weight of potential sacrifice. Every crew member understood the stakes. Success could dismantle the regime's tyrannical infrastructure, liberating countless souls from the crushing weight of fear. Failure, however, would seal the fate of their rebellion and extinguish the spark of hope they so desperately sought to kindle. Captain James's hand hovered momentarily over the command panel, feeling the cool surface beneath his gloved fingers, a silent vow that every risk was worth the possibility of freedom. With one final resolute glance at his team, he initiated the sequence for the mission. The plan was set, the variables calculated, and the path forward illuminated by the light of defiance. In that charged moment, as the encrypted signal pulsed like the beating heart of a revolution, the crew of the Defiant prepared to etch their mark on the cosmos. They were no longer merely fleeing from tyranny. They were advancing toward a destiny that would redefine the boundaries of oppression and freedom. Every decision, every calculated risk was a step toward reclaiming a future where humanity could once again soar unbound among the stars. In the pitch-black void where stars flickered like dying embers, the Defiant dove headlong into the unknown, a realm where time and gravity bent into chaotic patterns, and cosmic debris danced in wild, unpredictable orbits. The ship's hull groaned under the assault of interstellar turbulence, as if protesting the relentless barrage of shattered meteorites and volatile energy surges. Inside, every sensor blinked erratically against the darkness outside. Captain James's eyes narrowed as he studied the shimmering, unstable horizon. "Steady now," he murmured, his voice barely audible over the roar of the engines. The crew braced themselves, their focus sharpened by the palpable threat of the abyss. In the dim, pulsing glow of control panels, holographic displays mapped out perilous corridors of space, gravitational traps and swirling vortexes that promised both wonder and certain destruction. David's hands danced over his console with practiced precision. "I'm picking up a gravitational anomaly ahead," he warned, his tone a blend of exhilaration and caution. "We're entering a sector where even time seems to fray at the edges." His words echoed in the cramped confines of the bridge, adding a note of urgency that sent a shiver down every spine aboard the vessel. William's steady voice cut through the tension as he recalibrated the navigation system. "Adjusting course now," he announced, his fingers gliding over the controls to plot a path through the chaotic field. Every maneuver was a delicate balance, too close to a collapsing star's pull, and they'd be lost in its maw; too far, and they risked missing the critical route to their objective. His calculated confidence was the crew's anchor amid the swirling uncertainty of space. As the Defiant skirted a titanic cluster of drifting wreckage, remnants of long-forgotten battles and ancient interstellar wars, Ambassador's soft-spoken insights provided both guidance and reassurance. "Look at these relics," he observed, his gaze fixed on the ghostly images of derelict vessels and shattered stations. "They remind us that even in the vast emptiness, history whispers its secrets. Each fragment tells a story of defiance and loss, a mirror to our own struggles. His words lent a quiet gravitas to the moment, uniting the crew in a shared reverence for the past and a hope for the future. The sensory overload of the cosmos, the clamor of rattling metal, the piercing cry of distant cosmic winds, and the ever-present hum of the ship's vital systems, melded into a symphony of danger and beauty. Every flash of light from the turbulent nebulae outside was a reminder of the infinite possibilities hidden in the darkness, and every shadow that flitted across the starboard window whispered of unseen perils. Captain James's mind raced as he weighed the risk of every decision. Each fraction of a second in this hostile environment was a battle against the unseen forces of the universe. With the command center alive with data and tension, he knew that the path through this abyss was not just a physical journey. It was a trial by fire that would test their resolve, their unity, and their unwavering determination to defy a destiny dictated by oppressive forces. "Hold tight," he ordered, his voice both calm and fierce, resonating through the corridors of the Defiant. "This is the moment where we either sink into the void or emerge as the beacon of hope that lights our way." The crew's collective heartbeat synchronized with the pulsing rhythm of the ship, each member acutely aware that in the embrace of this cosmic storm, every decision would shape the future of their rebellion. As the Defiant pressed deeper into the abyss, the ship and its crew became a singular force battling not only the physical perils of space, but the existential dread of a universe intent on swallowing hope whole. In that perilous, awe-inspiring darkness, they found the strength to push forward, a defiant stand against the chaos, a promise that even in the most desperate depths, the human spirit would never yield. Within the bowels of a long-forgotten space station, swallowed by the cold embrace of cosmic decay, the Defiant's crew discovered secrets that defied their wildest nightmares. The station, a crumbling relic orbiting a dead star, was shrouded in eerie silence, a mausoleum of lost histories and forbidden knowledge. Its corridors, lit by the dim flicker of archaic monitors and stained by the passage of time, beckoned the crew deeper into its shadowy heart. Captain James led the way, his steps measured and determined as he navigated the labyrinthine passages. The metallic groans of the station resonated like mournful whispers, each echo a stark reminder of the devastation wrought by the oppressive regime. In a hidden chamber behind layers of corroded steel, the crew uncovered a secure data archive. The console, its screen sputtering to life after years of dormancy, displayed encrypted files and ancient schematics, records of a time when ambition and betrayal intertwined to birth the very regime they now fought against. John, his face illuminated by the ghostly glow of the terminal, worked feverishly to decrypt the files. The words that emerged were like shards of broken glass, each piece revealing a dark mosaic of corruption and collusion. "These documents trace the origins of the regime," he murmured, his voice a mix of awe and dismay. "There was a secret alliance with mysterious forces, entities whose motives remain as shadowy as the void itself. The foundation of their power was built on the exploitation of hope and the silencing of dissent." His words rippled through the silence, carrying with them the weight of a truth too devastating to ignore. In a quiet alcove, away from the fervor of the digital revelations, Ambassair's voice trembled as he confided in Captain James. "Every secret we unearth comes with a price," he whispered, eyes clouded by the burden of knowledge. "Our enemies aren't merely adversaries. They are the architects of our sorrow, manipulating the fates of countless souls." His tone was heavy with sorrow and forewarning, a stark reminder that the cost of uncovering the past was often measured in the currency of pain and loss. As the reality of the revelations settled over the crew, John's earlier enthusiasm gave way to a deep existential debate. In the muted light of the chamber, he questioned, "Is our fight destined to become nothing more than a cycle of revenge, trapped in the shadows of ancient betrayals? Or do we dare to believe in the possibility of a new order, a future unburdened by the sins of the past?" His question hung in the air, a challenge to the very core of their rebellion. Captain James, whose eyes bore the scars of countless battles and unspoken grief, replied softly yet resolutely. "Hope is our only weapon against despair," he said, his voice carrying the solemn weight of leadership. "We do not fight to erase the past, but to forge a future where freedom reigns. Yes, the truth is painful, and the past is steeped in betrayal, but within that darkness lies the spark of our liberation." His words resonated deeply with the gathered crew, igniting a renewed sense of purpose amid the revelations. In that crumbling chamber, illuminated only by the feeble light of old technology and the burning resolve in their hearts, the forbidden truths not only unraveled the legacy of the regime, but also cemented the crew's determination. With every bite of incriminating data, they saw the full extent of their enemy's cruelty, a cruelty born of a long-hidden pact with forces unknown. And yet, even as betrayal and sorrow threatened to shroud them in despair, the glimmer of hope endured. Surrounded by the relics of a bygone era, the crew of the Defiant vowed to transform these revelations into the fuel for their revolution. In that moment, the weight of history bore down upon them, yet it also steeled their resolve to rise, to reclaim the future, and to honor the countless lives lost in the shadows of tyranny. The cosmos erupted into a maelstrom of light and sound as the Defiant breached Judge Walker's territory. In the endless black, enemy warships emerged like venomous specters, their energy weapons flaring in a deadly ballet. The void became a battleground of searing laser beams and spiraling debris, a symphony of chaos orchestrated by the clash of titanic forces. Every explosion sent shockwaves through the silence of space, and the hum of the ship's engines was drowned by the roar of conflict. Captain James stood firm on the bridge, his eyes fixed on the unfolding tempest outside. The holographic displays shimmered with red warning lights and tactical grids, mapping a battlefield where precision was the only hope of survival. "Steady, everyone," he commanded, his voice resonating with calm authority amid the clamor. "This is the moment we've prepared for. Hold the line and let our defiance light the way." His words, crisp and resolute, ignited a fierce determination in every crew member. David maneuvered the Defiant with the grace of a seasoned warrior, darting through enemy fire and evading explosive projectiles. The ship quivered under the relentless barrage, yet each calculated twist and roll brought them closer to the enemy's weak spots. "I've got an opening," he shouted over the intercom, his tone edged with adrenaline. "Prepare to counterattack now." The crew responded in a coordinated surge of action, each station working in perfect unison to weave through the deadly patterns of incoming fire. Amidst the chaos, a secure channel crackled to life, transmitting a face-to-face confrontation that sent a shiver down every spine. On the vast screen, the imposing visage of Judge Walker materialized, an austere figure set against the backdrop of his formidable flagship. His eyes, cold and unyielding, locked onto Captain James's steely gaze. "Your defiance ends here," Walker intoned, his voice as measured as it was merciless. "You are but a fleeting spark in the overwhelming darkness of order." James's jaw set with unwavering resolve as he replied, "A spark can ignite a revolution, Walker. Today, your tyranny will crumble beneath the weight of our courage." The exchange crackled with raw tension, a clash not only of ideologies but of lives intertwined by fate and defiance. Every word carried the weight of countless sacrifices and a future that hung precariously in the balance. In the midst of the sprawling cosmic conflict, William's tactical acumen shone as he recalibrated the ship's defenses and pinpointed the enemy's vulnerabilities. "Shields up, redirect power to the forward cannons," he barked, his fingers dancing over the control panel. Tactical overlays revealed fleeting gaps in the enemy formation, windows of opportunity carved out in the chaos of battle. The crew moved as one, each decision a blend of instinct and calculated precision. The confrontation escalated into a dance of survival. As missiles streaked past, cutting through the darkness like blazing arrows, the Defiant wove an intricate path between death and deliverance. The ship's hull shuddered with each impact, yet its spirit remained unbroken. The stars themselves bore witness to the titanic struggle, a cosmic canvas where freedom and tyranny collided in bursts of incandescent fury. In a moment that seemed to stretch into eternity, the two leaders' eyes met once more across the digital divide. Judge Walker's face was a mask of unyielding conviction, while Captain James's expression reflected the indomitable human will, a fusion of sorrow, rage, and hope. "You cannot extinguish what is already ablaze," James declared, his voice resonating through the chaos as if to challenge the very fabric of the regime. "Our fight is not for glory, but for every life shackled by your oppression." The enemy fleet pressed harder, but with every calculated counterattack, the tide of battle shifted. David's deft maneuvers, William's precise strikes, and the unwavering resolve of every crew member transformed the Defiant into a beacon of rebellion amid the engulfing darkness. Explosions blossomed like supernovae, scattering fragments of despair and fueling the fire of resistance. The clash was a vivid tapestry of chaos and courage, a testament to the human spirit that refused to bow to tyranny. As the confrontation reached its fevered pitch, the boundary between hope and annihilation blurred. The cosmic arena pulsed with energy and defiance, a stark reminder that even in the face of insurmountable odds, every spark of resistance could ignite a revolution. The battle raged on, a symphony of courage, sacrifice, and the unyielding belief that freedom was worth every drop of blood shed in its name. In that defining moment, amid the relentless fury of a universe at war, the fate of countless souls and the future of human freedom hung in the balance. The ultimate confrontation was not merely a clash of ships or ideologies. It was the embodiment of a struggle as old as time itself, the struggle to live, to resist, and to never surrender to the darkness. The battle subsided into an echo of fading explosions and drifting debris as silence reclaimed the void. The Defiant, battered yet resolute, floated amidst the remnants of a shattered armada. Captain James stood on the observation deck, staring into the endless tapestry of stars, a canvas now marked with scars and hope. The once tumultuous roar of battle had given way to a profound stillness, punctuated only by the gentle hum of the ship's life support systems and the distant flicker of nebula. Inside the vessel, the air was thick with the bittersweet taste of loss and hard-won victory. Each crew member bore the weight of sacrifice, their eyes reflecting the memories of fallen friends and comrades whose courage had lit the path to this moment of fragile triumph. In quiet corners, whispers of gratitude mingled with solemn vows to honor every life claimed by the tyrannical regime. John meticulously reviewed the decrypted data, now a relic of both the past and the promise of a new order. His steady fingers traced the holographic remnants of enemy stratagems, each detail a testament to the regime's crumbling facade. "We have the truth," he murmured, his voice soft yet resolute, "and with it we build a future where tyranny no longer thrives." His words resonated deeply with every soul aboard the Defiant. David and William shared a moment of silent acknowledgement, a bond forged in the crucible of conflict. Their eyes spoke of unspoken respect and determination to repair the broken fragments of their galaxy. Meanwhile, Ambassador worked to establish communications with distant rebel cells, his calm diplomacy turning the echoes of the battle into seeds of renewed alliance. Each transmission carried not just strategic coordinates but also a fervent declaration that humanity's spirit could rise from the ashes. Captain James, with quiet dignity, addressed his weary but hopeful crew. "Today we honor those we lost and celebrate a victory not defined by destruction, but by the birth of new beginnings. Our journey is far from over. We are the guardians of a future where freedom prevails, and our resolve will light the way for those still in the shadows." His voice, laden with both sorrow and hope, imbued the space around them with a solemn promise. As the Defiant charted a course toward uncharted territories, regions where the embers of rebellion could kindle into a blazing beacon, the crew gathered in the common area, each lost in reflection yet united in purpose. The interplay of light and shadow on the ship's walls mirrored the complex interplay of loss and hope within their hearts. Outside, the cosmos stretched into infinity, an endless expanse that whispered of challenges yet to come and victories waiting to be claimed. In that moment of quiet rebirth, amid the gentle hum of a ship healing from battle, and the soft murmur of determined voices, humanity's defiant spirit was rekindled. The legacy of their struggle would be etched into the annals of the cosmos, a testament to the unyielding resolve of those who dared to dream of freedom in the face of relentless tyranny. The future, uncertain and vast, beckoned with the promise of both peril and possibility. And as the Defiant sailed onward into the uncharted night, every heartbeat of its crew echoed a shared truth. Even in the deepest darkness, the light of rebellion can spark a revolution, nurturing the seeds of a new dawn.